10 days after walking down the aisle with his childhood sweetheart, 28-year-old Diogo Jota was already planning a second honeymoon. The Liverpool number 20 had spent a sun-splashed fortnight in northern Portugal, sharing snapshots of toddler Dinnies chasing confetti and baby Mafalda tugging at his tux. His final Instagram reel glowed with the caption, "A day we'll never forget." It was posted on July 2nd. By 12:30 a.m. on July 3rd, the reel had become an eerie timestamp for the moment everything shattered. Ask anyone who has ever stood on the cop and they'll swear Jota felt indestructible, an overachiever who scored ugly, pressed like a madman, and somehow made every scramble in the 6-yard box look choreographed. Yet on a straight stretch of Spain's A52, a suspected tire blowout hurled his Lamborghini off the asphalt, ending his life and that of his 26-year-old brother André in seconds. Before Anfield roared his name, Jota was the wiry kid from Paços de Ferreira no European scout bothered to spell correctly. Wolves fans still replay the highlights. Relentless sprints, 17 league goals, a championship title sewn up with 99 points. At Liverpool, he evolved from impact sub to clutch icon, 47 goals in 123 games, and most memorably, the looping header against Palace that clinched Premier League title number 20 on 25 May 2025. He combined street football swagger with blue-collar grit. Jota tackled center-backs twice his size, chased lost causes to the byline, and celebrated every tap-in like a worldie. Rivals might out-dribble him, no one out-hustled him. But while fans mapped out a dynasty, Jota had already drawn a different kind of blueprint. One lined with wedding vows, bedtime stories, and a promise to switch off his phone more often. But that private milestone would collide with fate sooner than anyone imagined. The ceremony on 23 June looked almost homemade. Vineyard fairy lights, 3 toddlers in miniature suits, Klopp beaming in the back row. Rute Cardoso wore classic white. Jota broke tradition with burgundy shoes. Still dressed in that suit jacket, he recorded a sunset selfie hours before leaving the family villa for an overnight dash toward the Santander ferry. Flying was discouraged after André's minor knee-op, according to friends. In the car park, he joked about road trip playlists and promised to FaceTime Ruta from their Madrid pit stop. When security cam footage later surfaced, the brothers are seen laughing, tossing duffel bags into the boot. No sign of hurry or recklessness. Seconds of casual joy that now feel priceless. No one realized how brutally that promise, forever, would be tested on a silent Spanish highway. Civil Guard investigators say the Lamborghini began overtaking a lorry outside Chernadilla when the right rear tire catastrophically failed, sending the car into a guardrail and then a pine grove where it burst into flames. Speed analytics from the onboard data unit remain under seal, but officials insist alcohol wasn't involved. Conspiracy forums instantly lit up. Talk of sabotage, a crypto ransom note, even whispers of a faulty Pirelli batch recalled earlier this year. Pirelli's 25T001 notice does list blowout risks on certain 2024 production models, but the company has not linked the recall to Jota's tires, and no mechanical issues were flagged at his last Madrid service. Whether freak physics or human error, the result was final. 2 brothers declared dead at the scene, 1 scorched set of number plates, and a sport frozen mid-season. News of the crash traveled faster than any supercar, and football slammed to a halt. Klopp broke the silence first. "There must be a bigger purpose, but I can't see it," he wrote, adding 3 shattered heart emojis and signing off simply, "Love, Jay." Prince William, president of England's FA, called the loss deeply saddening, while Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer labeled it devastating. Within hours, scarves from Everton, United, even Benfica draped the Shankly gates. At Molineux, a florist delivered a gold and black heart that read, "Do, you'll always be a wolf." Anfield's memorial grew so rapidly that club stewards rerouted stadium tours to prevent trampling the flowers. But behind each scarf lay a family's nightmare. Ruth, 28, now faces motherhood alone. Dennis is 4, Duarte barely 2, and baby Mafalda won't remember her father's voice, except through video clips. Agent Jorge Mendes has pledged a 7-figure trust fund, and Liverpool's board is negotiating a charity-friendly versus Wolves to seed a scholarship for Portuguese youth players. Inside the Cardoso home, relatives move couch cushions aside to fit condolence wreaths. A family friend says Root keeps rewatching that wedding reel, whispering, he promised he'd be home by breakfast. Yet even heroes carry scars the public rarely sees. Jota's ferocity wasn't confined to the pitch. On New Year's Day 2024, he toppled in Newcastle's box under a Dubravka swipe. Alan Shearer exploded on X. F***ing embarrassing. Jota shot back weeks later. Even the keeper admitted the touch. I just felt I couldn't stay up. Fans loved the clapback, critics barked louder. December 2024, he teased Trent Alexander-Arnold. Bro, you better stay, only to watch his teammate bolt for Real Madrid 7 months later. The banter looked lighthearted, but insiders say Jota lobbied hard behind closed doors to keep Trent at Anfield, fearing the squad would lose its creative spine. Recurring ankle knocks tempered his 2023-24 campaign, and statisticians noted a dip in high-press sprints. Yet Klopp trusted him when it mattered, calling him the fire our engine needs. Controversies fade, legacies last. 49 Portugal caps, a Nations League medal, hat-tricks versus Leicester and in Europa bouts against Braga, plus that solo slalom past Luke Shaw in the 2019 Cup quarterfinal, each etched Jota deeper into folklore. Former teammate Jordan Henderson once quipped, if we need one chance in stoppage time, give it to Jota. He never blinks. Liverpool plan to retire the No 20 shirt. Wolves supporters have petitioned for a bronze bust outside Molineux. Even fierce rivals concede. Matches felt safer, somehow fairer, when Jota chased the same ball as you. But unanswered questions still hang over that Spanish asphalt. Forensic crews have recovered the data module and tire fragments. Lamborghini's crash unit and Pirelli engineers arrived in Zamora on Friday. A preliminary coroner's briefing suggested extreme kinetic impact consistent with tread separation. But speed estimates are withheld pending simulations. If a manufacturing fault surfaces, EU transport law could trigger a multi-million euro recall. Yet veteran analyst Guillaume Balaguer warns most blowouts trace back to invisible road debris or underinflation. A sobering reminder that fate often hides in mundane details. Meanwhile, Liverpool have booked Anfield for a sunset vigil on 7 July. Wolves will stage a 20th minute applause every match this season. FIFA may allow black armbands at the Club World Cup in Jota's honor. Official findings are promised within days, but closure may prove elusive. Which leaves a raw truth we can't edit out with highlight reels. Diogo Jota's story reads like a lightning bolt. An unheralded kid who outran every ceiling, tasted title glory, sealed a lifelong romance, and vanished between two heartbeats. Football will remember the goals. Family will remember the dad who crawled on playmats after 90-minute shifts. He never walked alone, and now millions carry him in chants, murals, and that stubborn No 20 stitched on scarves from Porto to the Cop. So next time life hands you an uncontested tap-in, call your brother, hug your partner, take the shot. Because on a quiet highway at 12:30 a.m., the scoreboard reset to 0 without waiting for stoppage time. Share the moment you'll never forget about Diogo Jota down below. Keep the story alive, because that, more than anything, is how he keeps scoring.